Hey guys, Jet here. Chocolate. It all started out in Latin America, where cacao trees grew wild. Sorry, cacao. The Almac word that is now referred to today as cocoa. And that's all we pretty much know about the start of chocolate. We don't even know how it was made, who used it, or how it was used. It obviously wasn't that popular back then. Okay, let's go forward a few hundred years. Aztecs. Now, they used chocolate as currency. Around 100 cacao beans could buy you a slave. Okay, now let's take a big step in time. 1824, when the world's biggest confectionery company was founded. Cadbury. Created by John Cadbury, this man's business grew wild since the day it opened, in a small shop at 93 Bull Street. It's 2014 now, and Cadbury's been running for around 190 years, and a larger food company, Kraft Foods, now owns Cadbury and makes around $12.5 billion a year. Times that by 180, taking off around 10 starting years. That's around $22.5 trillion. Now that's a lot. Cadbury's headquarters is currently based at Uxbridge, Greater London, and some of its largest factories are currently at China, Beijing, and New Zealand. All these major production facilities currently add up to a whopping 700 blocks of chocolate per minute, and also thousands of chocolate bars every hour. Some of the major cacao farms are currently based at Singapore and West Africa. Almost the entire region of West Africa is dedicated on cacao farms. There is estimated 140,000 cacao farms in West Africa. Cadbury produces lots of products, including Crunchy, Mars, Flake, and milk chocolate, but how many different products are there? Between 1824 and 1904, Cadbury mainly produced teas, coffees, chocolate drinks, and their first ever chocolate bar was launched in 1905, the Dairy Milk. Currently, in 2014, Cadbury is producing around 100 different products daily. But with all these products, how does Cadbury keep on top of everything? Chain supplies. Cadbury's unique chain supply is very simple. It starts with the customer and ends with the customer. Firstly, the customers decide what they want to purchase. 2. The raw materials. This involves buying the products directly from the farms and shipping them to the factories to be manufactured. Once the products are manufactured, they are shipped directly to stores and are awaiting you, the customer. There are 9 simple steps into making Cadbury's chocolate. Number 1. Growing and shipping them to factories. 2. Creating cocoa mass. 3. Adding sugar, milk, and other various items. Pin milling. A large kitchen blender that blends all the ingredients in together. Step 5. Conching, which is mixing and beating the liquid. Tempering. Mixing and cooling the chocolate until it is at a stable form. But there are some problems with Cadbury. For example, cow methane gas, the lack of space for production, and the overtake by Kraft Foods. For example, since Kraft Foods' takeover, Cadbury's profit has now lessened. But more on the social side, there's no more Cadbury factory tours and real interaction with Cadbury itself. A lot of Australians don't really know the bad side of Cadbury. For example, salmonella poisoning in bars and also pig DNA traces. Although most stakeholders think that Cadbury is positive because they give their farmers premium pay and they use over 80% natural products. Also, they have good working conditions for the employees. A small survey's results show that over 95% of the people conducted have actually bought a Cadbury product before. Half knew how to make Cadbury chocolate. Over 90% at least ate one chocolate bar a week. And over 75% got all their products from grocery stores. Now, let's go back to the cows. Cows are one of the biggest problems of Cadbury as of their methane emissions that are affecting the environment, habitats, and also the atmosphere. There isn't many external solutions to this problem, but there is internal solutions. For example, changing the cow's diet. Giving the cows a more carbohydrate-based diet will lower their emissions of methane, and over time, these diets will improve greatly, reducing methane emissions by a great number. But there are some disadvantages. For example, how much it would cost, and if the cows actually liked it. Another solution is a ventilation shed. A shed that can be put over the cows to catch their methane emissions and filter them. But which strategy would be better? Well, I personally think the changing the cow's diet would be better because it is eco-friendly, affordable, and not harming to other wildlife. But how will Cadbury cope in the future? Well, it's predicted that Cadbury's first ever factory in Burnville will now be a research facility. And finally, it is predicted that Cadbury will again become split with Kraft Foods and become its own singular company. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya.